Last week I was working on some clearing on fetal pattern, specifically ties into those that any emotions and thought patterns that came in through my mother's side, my father's side. And as I was moving from the clearing from before birth to gestations to after birth, and might as well just keep going and work through childhood, all of a sudden high school aspect of that really lit up. I attended American high school, and I was really shocked to surprise to find that there is a big portions of how we went from like creative, innocent being to have this very specific type of programming and change that happens through high school. A lot more drastic than grade school or college. And so much so that the impact is not only for those that attended American high school like myself, but the culture, the programming, and a bigger industrial complex associated with this education system permeates to those even have living outside of America. Think all the 80s movies, all the movies that actually talks about high school, like The Breakfast Club or Fast Time at Richmond High. That's when we start the programmings of how we fit into society, a lot of thought forms and patterns. Not only think of it not only as from an educations and how we're taught what we consider it's good, like how, but a lot of more than just teaching us what to value and how we should see ourselves and how we should interact with each other, what is considered good. But there is a bigger underlying installation that affect all of us. So for today's clearing, we are working on specifically that. Let's begin. Take your pendulum, close your eyes, drop into the body. Let's take a deep breath through your nose, expanding your belly and your chest. And exhale, let it all out. Commanding Master Program, deleting all self-doubt, judgment, tricksters, blockages from complete dowsing and clearing. Strengthen our readiness, openness, willingness to eliminate, set free, make it dependent, to transcending inner to outer, outer to inner, to transcend beyond inner to outer, beyond outer to inner, to integrate past, present, future parallel. Bring your awareness to your midline. Think of the base of your skull to the base of your spine, energy moving up and down, as if you were switching on a light switch, the light tube brightening up. Bring your awareness there. Strengthened pentagon of physical intelligence, midline strong. Brain, spinal cord, cranial brain, integration of your central nervous system. Pentagon of physical intelligence strong. Neutrality pentagon strong, positive, not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. Strengthen your insight, right strong, wrong weak, intuition, perceptions, feelings. Deleting mind and spirit and all aspect, other dimensions, universes, existences, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark matter, dark energy, mindless, spiritless, octagon strong. Let's open all exit portals, allow energy to float out of us. Strengthen our hands, fingers, feet, toes, underarms, under chin, sacrum, colon, bladder. 100% infinite potential, 100% of time. And deleting all the cumulative detrimental effect down to zero minus infinity of any connections. Disconnecting all illegal, unauthorized, draining, limiting, two-way connection with people, places, situation, actual, imaginary memory, past, present, future, parallel bleed through. Strengthen our physical geometric foundations. Deleting any issues and weaknesses from internal and external dynamics. Strengthening our internal external boundaries. Neutralize at vertices. Strong, 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time. We'll continue to delete all the cumulative detrimental effect from all the interactions with people that has imprinted in us during our high school years, whether they are from teachers, other students, from superintendents, from school counselors. Eliminate, set free, make a dependent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. Strengthen 100% infinite potential 100% of the time. For everything we worked on, we'll be deleting any cumulative detrimental effect, whether it's others imposing on us, we project it, or we impose on others, or we impose it on ourselves. And whether the experience it's created from genetic affinity, including bloodlines, ancestral inheritance, or past lives. Also deleting any cumulative detrimental effect from what we see in others, observe, and through what's modeled to us and what we absorb into collective consciousness. Deleting all trauma, karma, limitations, illnesses, and fear and phobia that's associated, what we're working on. First topic is identity programming. Deleting any cumulative detrimental effect of the good student identity. Deleting our associations of grades equal self-worth. Deleting any thought forms, emotions about intelligence is equal memorization. Deleting any validation through authority and authority only and from the external source. Deleting fears of being wronged, fear of asking questions, external approval that we're addicted to addiction, eliminate, set free, make a dependent, release, protect, forgive unconditionally. And deleting into our nature, our habits of performing for others. Deleting any habits of competitions over cooperations. Deleting the need to compare to others, compare to our peers. Eliminate, set free, make a dependent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. Deleting any energetic signatures in our field, especially in our emotional fields, layer 1 to 9, mental field, layer 1 to 5, biofield, layer 1 to 7, of any of this type of programming and how we affected us for all the programmings we're going to be work on and all the programmings we have worked on so far. Time productivity programming, deleting these schedules and how we are ingrained based on the bells that we hear. Deleting the habits of the cellular response of living by the clock. Deleting the ingrained understanding of productivities equal valued. Deleting any anxiety from all the deadlines, quizzes, and tests. Deleting there's the feeling of never having enough time to finish what we need to do. Deleting the normalizations of burnt out. Deleting any of our sentiment of rest as guilt. Bringing it beyond infinite weakness of any time and productivity programming to the finite, reduce down to 0 minus infinity, and deleting all the future weakness and deleting all the weakness that had stemmed from this programming from the high school years that we have acquired and through all our ages, through all the way to the present time. Eliminate, set free, make it dependent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. Deleting authority programming that our teachers and teachers alone knows best. Deleting our dependency on experts and instead of consulting our own inner teacher and authority. Deleting any credential worshiping. Deleting our permission-seeking tendency. Deleting any obedience before discernment. Deleting a fear of questioning authority. Deleting the rewards that we get from compliance and only chasing these rewards. Deleting the default of trusting institutions as the only answers and as the only authority, well beyond our discernment. Deleting any hierarchical thinking. Eliminate, set free, make it dependent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. And bring it beyond infinite weakness and any ingrained programmings of any hooks, backup copies, repeat functions of others' authority programmings in us so that we can strengthen inner authority and strengthen our own discernment. 100% infinite potential, 100% of time. Continue to delete knowledge programming. Memorizations over understanding, delete. Information over wisdom, delete. Standardized thinking, delete. Left brain dominance, delete. Delete any quantifications, obsessions, delete. Deleting only we're learning, only for the tests. Delete acquiring facts without synthesis and integration into our knowledge and become wisdom. Deleting any intellectual superiority to others. Eliminate, set free, make it dependent, release, protect, forgive unconditionally. Deleting all negative life experiences and cumulative detrimental effect that had stemmed from this knowledge programming as a result of how it's tweaked our lens of how we see life, how we see others in relationships, in society. That is detrimental to our developmental growth. Bring it down, zero minus infinity, beyond time and space and strength on 100% infinite potential, 100% of time. Psyche, continue to delete creativity suppressions that we have acquired during our high school years. Delete fear of mistakes. Delete fear of experimentation. Deleting the need to color inside a line. Delete any originality that being discouraged by our peers, by our teachers, by the system. This invisible pressure that we have to conform instead of create something new. Delete any idea that imaginations were treated as childish. Deleted our response to avoid risk. Delete an experience of innovation being punished socially. Delete self-censorship as a result. Delete a fear of looking foolish. Eliminate, set free, make it dependent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. Bring any beyond infinite weakness to the cumulative detrimental effect down, zero minus infinity, and deleting all future weakness. Strengthening 100% infinite potential, 100% time. Strengthen and integrate creativity, originality, play, openness. Integrate our ability to respond to the world, to create and imagine what's better, what's more unique, what's collaborate, cooperate with each other, or just simply be our own expression. Strengthen 100% infinite potential, 100% time. Deleting the cumulative detrimental effect of social conditionings. Any detriments of negative life experiences due to clickiness, popularity hierarchy, conformity with peers. Delete all bullying imprints, social comparisons, groupthink. Deleting the identity only as tribal identity. Deleting all fear and negative experiences of being excluded. Deleting the need to manage reputation. Deleting our experiences of masking authenticity because of social conditioning. Bringing it beyond infinite weakness to the finite, reduced down to zero minus infinity. Deleting body programming, that the athletic hierarchy, deleting all appearances, comparison, deleting all body shaming, bringing it beyond infinite weakness and negative life experiences of karma, trauma, illnesses, limitations, and fear and phobia that associated with all the body programming and all the things that we have done associated with the body programming. Delete success narrative, that college as the only path. Delete all the obsessions to what is considered prestigious at the moment. Delete any worship of any elite institutions or doing activities or participations only for the purpose of resume building. Delete any addictions to achievements that is beyond our capacity or interest or true authenticity. Delete any status seeking, once again, for the purpose of fitting into the system. Deleting compensations for parents' lack in childhood. Eliminate, set free, make independent, release, protect, forgive, again unconditionally. Deleting fear programmings of failures, of tests, of grades, of disappointing parents, of authority, of not fitting in, fear of uncertainty, fear of being average, fear of public speaking, fear of making mistakes, fear of embarrassment. Deleting or cumulative detrimental effect of fear programmings that creating perfectionism and imposter syndrome. Bringing it beyond infinite weakness to the finite, reduced down to zero minus infinity, and deleting or cumulative detrimental effect and behaviors, thought forms, emotions that has generated, that has been stored in our system, the energetic signature that we are still carried from all these programs. Deleting all of them from our emotional fields, layer 1 to 9, mental field 1 to 5, biofield 1 to 7. 1% every cell cleared from the core of the cell of the mental programmings, all the layers of the mental energies, and also from the perimeters of the cell of astral energy. Eliminate, set free, make independent, release, protect, forgive, forget unconditionally. Delete all these high school identity archetype, the ones that we might have aspired to, or maybe we are part of that, or we may be disappointed that we're not that. Deleting all the consequences from all these archetypes, whether they are the detriments from how we see ourselves, how we see others, how others sees us, inherited, past lives, or observed from the collective consciousness. Deleting the popular one, prom queen or prom king. Deleting the need for popularities so that we can be worthy. Deleting the fear of losing relevance. Deleting the need for external validations. The cheerleaders. Deleting constant performing for happiness. Deleting attractive, equal valuable. Deleting supporting others, but hiding your own needs. The job. Deleting any cumulative detrimental effect of strength over vulnerability. Deleting the need for competitions. Defining your own identity. Deleting the negative experiences of achievements is the only way to learn love. The nerd. Deleting cumulative detrimental effect of logic over emotions as the only route. The overachiever. Deleting any negative life experiences from perfectionism. Never good enough. Productivities equal existence. The teacher's pet. Constantly seeking authority approval, delete. Fear of disappointing authority, delete. Permission seeking, delete. Conflict avoidance, delete. The rebel, deleting oppositions, becoming the only identity. Deleting chaos defined as freedom. Deleting anger and anger only as power. Deleting reject others and rejecting the system before being rejected. The mean girl. Social manipulations, delete. Hierarchy creation, delete. Exclusions, gossips, delete. Reputations warfare, delete. The bully. Power through fear. Violence as communication, delete. The victim. Learned helplessness. Deleting any experiences of powerlessness. Deleting any negative experiences of chronic exclusion. Deleting the psyche of expecting rejections at every corner. Deleting the negative, any energetic patterns in energy fields from freeze response. Of everything we worked on so far, bringing it beyond infinite weakness to finite, reduce down to zero minus infinity. Continue the outsider or the black sheep archetype. Feeling never belong, delete. Different from everyone, delete. Having an observer identity and any negative detrimental effect associated with that, delete. Self-isolations and alienation, delete. The invisible kid at the corner, delete our tendency to don't take up space. Delete the tendency to not be noticed. Deleting negative experiences of staying quiet. Deleting the tendency and the nervous system of hypervigilance. Deleting the habit of self-erasure. The class clown. Deleting the only tools to use is humor as protection. Deleting any deflected pain that's not being recognized in any other way. Deleting an cumulative detrimental effect of performance for acceptance. Deleting any negative habits of avoiding vulnerability. The golf. Deleting any negative detrimental effect of choosing alienation as identity. And delete the energetic patterns of darkness, using darkness as authenticity. And delete any negative detrimental effect and misunderstanding of this emotional intensity. The troublemaker. Deleting the habits to create attention through negative behavior. Deleting self-fulfilling prophecy as the troublemaker. Deleting the ingrained idea that I'm the bad one. Deleting disruptions as the only way to gain significance. Deleting any negative experience of living down to expectation. For everything we worked on so far, clear it from our emotional fields, mental fields, biofields. Delete it from our cells, all the mental layers and the emotional, astral layers. Clear it from our organs as well. For everything negative experiences, clearing karma, trauma, illnesses, limitations, fear, and phobia. And clearing them all the way from cellularly, molecularly, atomic, subatomic, nuclei, subnuclei, quantum field energy to matter, matter to energy. And strengthen 100% infinite potential 100% of time. Deleting a cumulative detrimental effect from our high school years from these programs, from these archetypes, through all the ages. After high schools, college, work years, deleting any detriments and habits that's amplifying these programs, that is still lodging, deleting any hooks that are anchoring these programs in the way that we see the world, in the way that we operate, and in the way that we dysfunctionally interact with each other. And bring out all the cumulative detrimental all the way to the present moment, and deleting all any future weaknesses that associate with these programs and archetypes. For a moment, think of the town, the location, the physical locations of your school. Deleting any cumulative detrimental effect of the physical locations of the school. And beyond infinite weakness, of all the factors, known or unknown, conscious or unconscious, associated with the physical locations of the school. Bring it down to 0 minus infinity. Continue to delete any cumulative detrimental effect of this education industrial complex. Think of departments of education at the town level, at the county level, at the state level. The GATE program. Deleting any cumulative detrimental effect of school lunches that had lodged in our body, in our system. Deleting all the collective thought forms about high school, about all the high school experiences. Deleting institutional egregores that has been created that for the purpose of instilling these programs and archetypes into everyone in the collective level. Deleting any implants, imprints, memories, remains on all levels of all these experiences. Continue to delete any negative detrimental effect of generational beliefs about education, family expectations around achievements via education, identity contracts that ties to academic success. deleting any unresolved school-related emotional imprints. And furthermore, deleting who you were as a memories in others. But releasing all these programmings and archetypes from the place that we create ourselves, we recreate, reintegrate from the deeper aspect of who we are, that free from this programming and archetype. Who are you? Who would you like to integrate and create? What choices can you make? What creativity? What is your deeper purposes and mission? Well beyond the drama and trauma and karma, and beyond all these programming that from these external influences. Who you are coming to be that would bring satisfaction, bring purpose, bring elevations and evolutions in your being. Strengthen that 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time. Think of your high school yearbook picture. Or think of a snapshot of yourself in your high school year. In this new configuration, where all these programmings and experiences has been softened, removed, scrambled, clear away from our energy system. See yourself in this picture growing older. Imagine yourself kind of stepping out of that frame of that high school picture. Growing older, year by year, expanding, maybe instead of from this black and white and gray, into new colors. Seeing yourself expanding into your interests. Maybe almost like walking a different path, all the way to the you that's sitting in the chair right now. Allow that new journey by this new you from the past. Bring all the new experiences and integrate it into who you are now. What does it feel like? What would you like to explore? Strengthen the integration. Creating balance, center, stabilize on all levels of your being. Take a deep breath, bringing in golden energy to fill your entire being. And allow your health rays coming from the center of your being to be thick and strong, radiating out. Incorporating all these new experiences, new adventures, inner explorations and adventures. Allow your alignment and authenticity to shine through to who you are now. Bring some movements to your fingers and toes and gently coming back. Letting go of all that in the past. Who you are now. Who would you like to be? What more would you like to explore and try? That maybe perhaps you never had the opportunities in the past. Feel free to use that as a journal prompt. Explore that in your writing in this current state. Drop a comment to share what showed up for you. Until next time, take care.